Good evening, students. Today we'll understand the tree diagram, how to make tree diagram in IC analysis. We all know that in linguistics, immediate constituent or IC analysis is a method for dissecting sentences, right? This is a method of detecting sentences and phrases into their constituent part or constituents, right? So this is a kind of dissection to reveal the underlying hierarchical structure. So that analysis is done for getting hierarchical structure of a sentence or phrase, right? So there are different methods like bracketing method and other methods also, but here today we are discussing tree diagram. That is one of the methods for IC analysis, right? Okay, you must have heard that in our school days we have done the dissection, right? So in that uh, dissection there is these part, it's a green part which is called uh, sepal, right? Sepal. This is yeah, so these are the different parts which call petal, right? These are the petal, right? And then there is androsium, gynosium. So number of sepals, number of petals we count, used to count. Then androsium, gynosium, we that's a pollen, right? So that's a pollen, seeds and all. Similarly, when we dissect one sentence, right? So that, suppose if I say Ram, very simple and very important sentence, Ram killed Ravan, right? So this, in this sentence, that is also noun and this is also noun, but this noun is called subject and this noun is called object, right? And verb is the most important part of grammar, of language as well, right? So this is left hand side of the verb and this is right hand side of the verb. So when the noun which is right hand side of the verb is called object and left hand side of the verb is called subject, right? So that is the difference. This is doer. This Ram is doer. This is doer and Ravan is receiver, because Ravan is affected Ram's action, by Ram's action. So here at last we'll say that this is subject, this is object, this is main verb. So the same in linguistics, we do analysis of sentence or phrase, right? But after dissection, we reach to the constituent to reveal the underlying hierarchical structure. What is the hierarchy we follow, and then how a sentence is framed. This is the purpose of IC analysis. So here I have written some steps from the notes. That's a how to dissect, how to make tree diagram, right? It's not very much clear, but I am reading for you. There are 9 steps. First step is identify the main verb, right? So first step, we have to identify the main verb. Second one is we have to find out the subject of the main verb. Third thing is that identify the clause. Fourth is classify the each clause. Then fifth one is identify the modifier. Then in sixth step, we make spine of the clause, right? And then in seventh, we will find number of subjects and number of objects and modifier in the sentence, right? And eighth step is that's a question, right? So we'll find that's a question, right? So we have to make movement, and that's a finally double check, right? We have to check. So I'm writing here, then sorry, okay, yeah. So first step is that first of all we should find out first step, right? Is steps for tree diagram. First step is that identify the main verb. Number two, subject of the main verb. Number three, that is identify the clause, right? Then class of or category of clause, right? Then find out the modifier, right? Then we draw the spine of the tree diagram, right? Then seventh is if question, right? So that's a seventh is that's a I'm repeating here. First is find out find out the main verb, then subject of the main verb, then identify the clause, then classify that's a category of the clause, then identify the modifiers, then in sixth step draw the spine of the clause, then find out the subjects, objects and modifiers, and eighth is if question is there, then we have to find out the we have to uh, put the movement. We'll see, we'll this I tell you how. So let us see in the first diagram. These are the examples we have taken as a sample. Number one, if I sorry if I have a green spaceship, right? I have a green spaceship. Number two, I think that audience sorry, aliens, sorry, spelling is wrong here. That's a aliens, right? So that's a aliens. This will be aliens. So I think that aliens exist, right? Then number three sentence. Number three is that aliens exist. Surprise my sister. This is the sentence. That alien exists. Surprise my sister. Then next sentence. You have seen an alien with a telescope. And these two are the question, right? These are the interrogative sentences. Have you seen aliens? And what have you seen? So, how such sentences are analyzed, I tell you one by one, right? This is the simple sentence. This is called spine for declarative main clause, right? Spine for declarative simple sentence, right? Main clause. So main clause, you know that the difference between clause sorry, difference between main clause and subordinate clause, right? When we discuss uh, conditional sentences, when we discuss types of sentences, so uh, one of the types of sentences is complex sentence, right? So in complex sentence is made up with the two clauses. One is independent clause and another one is dependent clause. So one independent means main clause must be there in a sentence, right? When we make uh, complex sentence, and dependent clause may be one, two, or more than two, but one independent or main clause must be there, right? So that is called complex sentence. So here what that is complex sentence, but one of the degrees is called, that is simple sentence. So that, yes, I was telling you the difference between both the clauses, subordinate clause or dependent clause or main clause or independent clause. So difference is that main clause can stand alone, but subordinate or dependent clause cannot. Why? Because as far as the structure is concerned, so that's a in main clause, that subject verb agreement combination is found, and the same combination is found in uh, dependent clause or subordinate clause. The difference is that cannot the subordinate clause cannot stand alone. Why? Because it does not make complete sense. Suppose if I say that if you study hard, right? So that is you and study, that's a subject verb combination, but then it is not making complete sense. That is why such clause is known as subordinate clause. So I am speaking about the main clause, but so I gave you example, if you study hard, comma, you can secure very good marks. So suppose if you remove if you study hard, you can secure very good marks, making complete sense, and this clause is called main clause. So how to uh, make spine for a declarative main clause, because main clause can stand alone. So this is main clause. So this is just a spine, or this is just the idea, that first we have to write S for sentence, right? That is sentence, and then noun phrase, and this is verb phrase, right? So noun phrase means we have to cover subject, and for verb phrase it may be main verb in verb phrase, and another noun phrase may be there. But this noun phrase and this noun phrase, the difference between both the noun phrases, this noun phrase is subject and this noun phrase is object, because this noun phrase comes under left hand side, left hand side of the verb, and this is right hand side of the verb, and this is doer and this is receiver, we have discussed earlier. So this way this spine is made. Number 2 sentence, right? Suppose if you have analyzed, I have a green spaceship, I am taking you back, that's the first sentence, right? So suppose if you analyze such sentence, I have a green spaceship, so how to do it, let us see. Yes, i have a I have a green spaceship. This is complete sentence, right? So first of all, what we will see, we will divide this sentence into this way, means we have to find out the subject and rest of the part is predicate. Now we will divide the subject, because this is subject, right? And sorry, I'm very sorry, I spoke wrong. I'm extremely sorry. Wait a minute. First of all, sentence will be divided this way. That is subject, and rest of the part is called predicate. So subject is noun or noun phrase. Mind you, there are some contradictions in grammar and practical, right? Because the phrase means two words or more than two words is called phrase, which is group of words which do not have subject verb combination, but here one word is also called phrase, right? So that is noun phrase. So here subject I is noun phrase. So first of all you have to make separate noun phrase from the verb phrase. So that sentence, this is whole sentence, right? And sentence is divided into subject, and rest of the part is called predicate, right? So this is subject, and then this part is started with, that is have is verb, right? So that is why this is verb phrase. So here you will drop the verb, and again if you read this sentence, a green spaceship, so that is now another noun phrase. So what you will do, you will analyze this noun phrase this way: a is article determiner, right? Green spaceship, this is noun, so definitely this is the word which qualifies the noun, so this is adjective, and this is noun. This way this sentence will be analyzed, right? Sentence, then noun phrase, then verb phrase. Noun phrase is I, which is separated, then have is verb, then again in this verb phrase one more phrase is attached, which is noun phrase, and then noun phrase will be analyzed this way. Okay, now next type of sentence, that's again I'm taking you back, this the second one. I think that aliens, I made it correct, that aliens exist. How to analyze such sentence? So for such sentence, i think I think that aliens, I think that aliens exist. So here again I, that's a subject, think is main verb, right? Whole part is called predicate and this is subject, but think is main verb, right? Okay, but then that aliens exist, this is the clause, right? And that is why this is clause phrase or complementary phrase, this is clause, right? So how to, that is the conjunction, right? So that's a conjunction. That s is the noun phrase. Why? Aliens exist, right? So that is again, though it's one word, but that is phrase. So aliens, this is subject actually, aliens exists, the definition of not subject, I'm very sorry, this is sentence. That's the definition of sentence, is the group of word which makes complete sense. So this group of word aliens exists makes complete sense, because there is subject, there is main verb, so that is why it is making complete sense. So that is why this is called sentence. And sentence is again divided into two parts: noun phrase and verb phrase. That's a noun and that's a verb. This way this sentence will be analyzed. Now moving to next, third one. Third one is, that's a, this is the third sentence, C sentence. That aliens exist, sorry, that aliens exist, okay, surprise my sister. How to analyze such sentence? Let us see. Reading is very important, right? So that alien exists, surprise my sister. So here when you read this sentence, then here you have to take a little pause. So this is the sentence, of course, that aliens exist, surprise my sister. So that alien exists start with that, and that's a phrase, right? That's a complementary phrase. Why? Because this is extra word, so that is connecting, right? Or that's a complement, right? So this is complement C. And then alien exists. That's a complete sentence. Is divided like this. Now, surprise is main verb. My sister. So, surprise is main verb. My sister is noun phrase because this is determiner and this is noun. So, this way such sentence will be analyzed, right? Now, moving to next. This is the you have seen an alien with a telescope, right? Actually, this sentence where with a telescope modifies the verb. The structure means that you use the telescope to see the alien. This is uh, the sentence which creates ambiguity. So here you have to analyze this sentence this way. That's a you have seen an alien with a telescope, right? So telescope, who has telescope? Whether whether alien or you, who is having telescope? Because you have seen an alien through telescope, or you have seen an alien who is uh, who is watching through telescope, not clear, right? So this way, if sentence is that you have you have seen an alien with a telescope, where with a telescope modifies the verb, because seen word is modified with the telescope is modify the verb seen. So then this structure means that you use telescope, right? What is important here? This structure tells that you use telescope to see the aliens. So how? See, this is the sentence, right? Now you have, right? You have. So that is noun phrase and then helping verb. So mind you, noun phrase, and in this sentence, in the beginning, there are three branches. Imagine this is a sentence. So there are three branches: noun phrase, auxiliary, and this is verb phrase, right? Why sentence is like this? Sentence is what? Sentence is that you have. So that is, and seen is the, from here, this is the uh, verb, main verb, है ना? So sentence will be divided, you have, so two branches of. Now this is main verb and then this is verb phrase, right? So now verb phrase. So that's again you can imagine this way. This is the tree, 1, 2 and 3. That's a verb phrase. Okay. Now verb phrase, read it out. Read aloud, right? So then you will find the sense. So what is you have seen an alien, right? So an alien is, that is you have seen an alien. So that an alien, that is again noun phrase, right? Then with a telescope, so with a telescope is prepositional phrase, right? So here verb phrase, in verb phrase, that's a one branch is seen, another a branch is in this sentence you can make this way. That's a, this is verb phrase, right? This is verb phrase. So that's a one branch is seen, right? Another is noun phrase and another third branch is prepositional phrase. This way this sentence will be analyzed. So here drop the seen, then an alien, and then prepositional phrase. So again preposition will be dropped, but a telescope is again noun phrase. So sentences are analyzed this way. You have to do practice again and again, then only you'll be able to do it. Now next sentence, here the same sentence change some meaning. Why? You have seen an alien with a telescope, where with a telescope modifies alien, not seen, not verb. Earlier we have seen with a telescope, this group of word described about the, I'll show you, right here, that that's a, here with a telescope modifies the verb seen. This word with a telescope, which is used for seen. Why? Because according to first interpretation, that you use telescope, and in this sentence you don't use telescope, alien has a telescope, because there are two interpretations. So for first interpretation we have already discussed the sentence. Now suppose alien has a telescope, then analysis will be different. That will be common, that sentences you have, right, seen. But after seen, here you have seen, that's the verb phrase, but then whole is an alien with a telescope. Why? Because here with a telescope is, this group of word is qualifying alien. So that is why this is called noun phrase, because there is no verb, right? So that this way this sentence will be analyzed, that noun phrase, right? So noun phrase, and then noun phrase, this is noun, this is noun phrase, and then verb phrase at the end. So when you, it is my suggestion that, however, it's a very advanced stage that such questions may be asked. But suppose ambiguity, and then if you wish to explain, so just do comparative study. Keep both the diagram in front of you and then do comparison. Then you will be able to understand what's the difference. Here I cannot show you because I'm helpless, because at a time I can discuss one only, right? Okay, now moving to next sentence, that is, okay, that is the tree diagram for example sixth one, right? This is actually different, that is not discussed in the list which I have shown in the blackboard list. Here this is called, this is a noun phrase actually. The outlandish lady with the purple purse from Walmart on her elegant arm. Have you noticed that there is no verb? Verb is not there. But this is very long noun phrase. Noun phrase is a group of words in which one noun head, right? One word is noun head and others are modifiers. And that phrase must be without verb. So that these all are modifiers. And who is the noun here? The who? What's the head word here? Noun head. So that's a lady. It's all about for lady. These words and outlandish, right? So that is used for lady. Then with the purple purse, right? Okay, then purse is from Walmart, okay. Then on her elegant arm, that is also, you can imagine the lady, right? So the lady who is okay, the lady, right? And then she is having purse, okay, and then she is going somewhere. This way we can imagine the lady, right? So here, what's the noun phrase? Noun phrase is divided into first branch, the, then adjective and noun, right? So that's a adjective and noun. That's a noun and adjective. Then with, from with to here, that's a prepositional phrase, right? So one, sorry, that's not this way. Okay, sorry, this is prepositional phrase, right? So preposition will be okay, fine. Preposition will be dropped. Then as we drop preposition, the purple purse from Walmart on her elegant air, this is up to this is again noun phrase, right? So that how to analyze, then noun phrase is the purple purse, so that is determiner, then adjective, then now from again preposition comes. So from Walmart, so there's a preposition, and then again prepositional phrase. Why? Because of on. So drop on and then noun phrase. So how many noun phrases are there? Let us count. That's a noun phrase, right? And then here noun phrase, and then here three noun phrases are. Okay. And how many um, prepositional phrases are there? So one prepositional phrase, two, and then three, right? So this way. And how many um, determiner? One, right? Two, okay, and three. So this way sentences, phrase are dissected. Okay. Now, at last we have uh, seen in the board work. That's a, I told you these are the two sentences. Have you seen an alien, and what have you seen? So for such questions, how questions are analyzed, let us see this way. That is, have you seen the alien? So that's a clause phrase. And have, that's a compliment. Okay, so that's a compliment. Now you seen an element, you have seen an element. Imagine, suppose have is for question, but otherwise simple sentences, you have seen an alien, right? So that is sentence, because you is subject and have seen an alien is the verb phrase. So how to do it? You have to write, because it start from have, so that's a clause phrase, and then this have is the complement. Okay, and then again sentences, you have seen an alien. So you, but have, you have to write, right? And this is this way, this c will be shown this way because it is already shifted to here. And then you have to write verb phrase, and then verb phrase will be analyzed this way as we did earlier, right? Now next is same. What have you have, this have will go here, and then seen. So answer is alien. So that is noun phrase, right? So that is will be that will be uh, analyzed this way. You have seen, you have seen alien. What answer will be alien. So that complementary phrase, right? Then noun phrase. What noun? No, that's a what noun, you know, that's a question, because you're getting answer of what. Then have is, that's a complement, right? And then noun phrase, noun sentence, then sentence is you is noun phrase. Have, you have to write, but it will be shifted to here. Then verb phrase seen, and then seen what? Aliens. So that again noun phrase. So answer will be getting little bit tough, I know that, and that's not easily explain here through a very short screen, but then I tried to explain, right? And again, before proceeding, I tell you that Yeah, one more sentence that is also for extra knowledge. That's a this sometime you notice that somewhere this uh, triangle, right, you may find in the analysis. So that's the rest of the things are okay, that you have seen an alien with the purple skin, right? So that will be analyzed like earlier we have did. uh, Everything is fine, but as far as this triangle is concerned, that is abbreviation of that's analysis, right? Sometimes a shortcut, you can say. This is a shortcut. Why? Because if you analyze, so that's a preposition, so will be with, then again purple skin, that's a noun phrase, the adjective, and then noun skin. This way also we can do, or otherwise another way, that this is the way you can describe with purple skin, that's a way this preposition does. But okay, so that is for one more for your knowledge. So I'm taking you to the first slide, where we have seen that the uh, examples, 1 2 3 4 5 6 examples. Through 6 examples we tried to understand how to analyze the sentence, but it's all about practice, practice and practice. When you do practice, then only you'll be able to understand, right? Okay, so thank you so much, and I would like to listen you. So please write to me. um, that's a where you would like to discuss it again, so I will try to explain. Thank you so much. God bless you.